It started with a jet, already one of the most advanced flying machines ever engineered. The F-35 Lightning II wasn't just a fighter. It was a revolution. Sleek, stealthy, and bristling with cutting-edge tech, it redefined what it meant to own the skies. It could vanish from radar, strike targets miles away, and share real-time battlefield data like a flying command center. But if there's one thing you should know about the US military, it's this: being the best isn't good enough, unless you're also the fastest, smartest, and scariest thing in the sky. So what did they do? They gave it a NASCAR-style upgrade. Now, before you picture camouflage paint jobs with logos for energy drinks and tire manufacturers, let's clear that up. This isn't about style. It's about pure, uncompromising performance. Think of NASCAR not just as racing, but as a philosophy. Shave every millisecond, optimize every part, and squeeze out every ounce of speed and control from a machine already engineered to perfection. That's exactly what the new Block 4 upgrade does for the F-35. It's like taking a Ferrari and saying, let's give it night vision, a co-pilot with a supercomputer brain, and the ability to call in backup from space. Yes, it's that insane. This isn't just a midlife refresh, it's a total transformation. With Block 4, the F-35 doesn't just remain relevant, it leapfrogs ahead, setting a new standard that blurs the line between fighter jet and flying artificial intelligence hub. And while other nations scramble to catch up to 5th generation tech, the US quietly just slipped into Generation 5.5 and floored the gas. Buckle up. This isn't just evolution, it's air superiority with turbo boosters. Welcome to the world of 5+ generation fighter jets. Not just a class of their own, but a class no one else knew existed. The original F-35 already pushed boundaries with its stealth design, sensor fusion, and network warfare capabilities. But Block 4, that's where things start sounding like science fiction. For starters, this upgraded version now carries a brain far more powerful than before. We're talking about the new TR3 hardware suite, an AI-integrated processing beast capable of running more advanced software, faster data fusion, and managing new classified weapon systems that even Congress hasn't been fully briefed on. The new processor on the Block 4 upgrade runs 25 times faster than the current mission computer. Imagine giving your old jet the power of a NASA supercomputer, and then asking it to babysit a swarm of drones. Yes, drones. The new F-35 won't fly alone. Under the Air Force's broader next-generation air dominance vision, the upgraded F-35 will serve as the quarterback of the skies, guiding semi-autonomous drones in formation. These drones, loyal wingmen, will scout, jam radars, launch missiles, and even serve as bait. If this sounds like Top Gun meets Transformers, you're not wrong. And that's not even the craziest part. One of the most talked about upgrades is the jet's ability to detect hypersonic missiles in mid-flight. That's right. The F-35 is getting eyes so sharp it can spot weapons traveling at 5 times the speed of sound. Not dodge them, see them. That's like trying to photograph a bullet with a camera while flying 30,000 feet in the air. Now let's talk weapons. The Block 4 upgrade adds more than a dozen new armaments to the jet's arsenal. Among them, the M260 Joint Advanced Tactical Missile, a weapon designed specifically to outmatch China's PL-15. Think of it as a smart spear that can change direction mid-flight, choose the best angle of attack, and even think about its target. Oh, and the F-35's internal weapons bay is now bigger. So yes, it can carry more fireworks while still staying invisible to the radar. Silent but deadly just got an upgrade. But wait, what's with the NASCAR reference again? Well, think of NASCAR as high-speed, high-risk engineering on wheels. Every inch is optimized for performance. And in the world of fighter jets, that's exactly what Block 4 represents. More speed, more tech, more edge. No more just flying a plane. It's like managing an entire airborne data center while dodging missiles. Here's a fun historical nugget. The original stealth fighters like the F-117 Nighthawk were built in secrecy and only flown in very specific missions. But the F-35, it's flown by over a dozen countries. More than 1,000 have already been built, making it the most mass-produced stealth jet in history. But Block 4 is about making sure this jet stays a top dog. especially with rivals like China's J-20 and Russia's Su-57 snapping at its heels. And while those jets are still struggling to field in large numbers, the US is saying, cool story, ours just got smarter. Want numbers? The US Department of Defense is investing over $15 billion into the F-35 Block 4 upgrade alone. That's more than the GDP of some small nations. And it's not just for fun, it's a message. Because war isn't fought with muscle anymore. It's fought with microchips, satellites, and algorithms. And yes, the F-35's upgraded systems will now be capable of operating in full Joint All-Domain Command and Control, JADC2. What does that mean in English? Imagine if your jet, your submarine, your satellite, and your ground troops were all texting each other in real time, with emojis that explode. Here's another kicker. The new pilot helmet is so advanced, it costs around $400,000. That's right, just the helmet. It shows pilots 360-degree vision, infrared night views, and real-time threat tracking. If Iron Man had a military cousin, it would be this guy. And just like in NASCAR, where tiny mechanical adjustments can mean the difference between 1st and 15th, the F-35 Block 4 upgrades include dozens of minor tweaks. New cooling systems, improved radar, better cockpit ergonomics, enhanced electronic warfare tools. Because in the skies, milliseconds matter. Of course, not everyone's thrilled. Critics argue that the F-35 program has already gone over budget and over schedule. And while that's true, the Pentagon seems to believe that spending big now is cheaper than losing dominance later. Besides, when you're flying the most advanced aircraft ever built, over the top is kind of the point. Fun fact, there's a feature being tested that allows the F-35 to sniff enemy radar emissions and predict which type of air defense system is nearby, just like a bloodhound in the sky. One Pentagon engineer reportedly called it the smartest nose we've ever put on a jet. So what's next? With Block 4 in place, some experts believe the US will leapfrog the traditional 6th generation label entirely. That's right, they're calling it 5+ Genon. Because when you're this far ahead, you stop counting generations. You just start defining them. And while other nations may try to catch up, there's a big difference between building a plane and building a platform. The F-35 is no longer just an aircraft, it's an ecosystem. It's where artificial intelligence, big data, real-time comms, and cutting-edge aerospace tech all meet at Mach speed. It's a jet that doesn't just fly, it commands, computes, and conquers. So the next time someone says the F-35er is old news, just smile. Because under that familiar frame is the most upgraded, overhauled, hyper-intelligent war machine in the sky. And thanks to Block 4, it's not just staying relevant, it's leading the pack. Like a stealthy, supersonic NASCAR champion.